What's up, y'all? Today we're gonna talk about some of them electric motorcycles. Let's go ahead and roll that intro so we can begin. Thank you. So today we're gonna talk about electric motorcycles. And hopefully, if everything goes right, won't get rained on. But we can't guarantee none of that shit, so let's just hope for the best. So, I've been looking into electric bikes recently because if you're new to the channel, I have two motorcycles. I have my 2009 Yamaha R6 and I have a WR250X, which is a Supermoto. I don't know what's up this way and I'm going to go that way. Both those bikes are fantastic, I love them. But I'm looking into electrics to just see where I'm at. Like how they, you know, where they're at in the food chain, you could say. Alright, this is not where I wanted to go. Look how dark it looks over there. Balls, that's crazy. Alright, anyway. So I'm just going to turn the fuck around. I'm just cruising around Georgia Tech. Just got off work. Figured I'd check out what's down that way, but never mind. Electric bikes and where they stand on the food chain with gas-powered motorcycles. You know, recently I've been thinking about the electric bike, so when that happens, what do? You do research, because we have the internet now, which is awesome. So yeah, I've been looking into the electric bikes, and I got kind of mixed reviews with electric bikes. I am impressed and let down, to be honest. And I'm impressed that there even are electric. Good lord, this is some shitty ground. I'm impressed that there is even electric bikes. The fact that people are able to figure out how to make a motorcycle run with just, I mean, because it's not a lot of space, with just batteries is pretty fantastic. From what I've gotten, there's three main guys in that whole game. There's Zero, there's Bramo, and then there's Mission. Two of those are kind of, I rate them on the meh scale of electric motorcycles, and then one's actually like really where I think the future will be at with them. I made a little chart so you guys could look, kind of just compare facts. So we're looking at range, and that all pertains to the electric bikes. We've got miles per gallon, which relates to the gas-powered bikes. And then we have the normal stuff. We have torque, we have horsepower, we have top speed, and then we have price. So, for comparison's sake, I've put both of my motorcycles on this chart with the three major electric guys. And granted, I could be missing out on an electric company, so if I am, I apologize. But from what I found, this is the three. The first thing I always like look at, or when I was making this chart, the first thing that like caught my eye was just the price. You know, my WR MSRP is, you know, $6-ish grand, and the cheapest electric one I could find that's worth even buying. You know, I mean, look at the chart. It's well over twice the price. You know, that's a lot of money, and I realize you gotta, you know, factor in gas and how much electricity costs versus how much gas costs. But it would take a lot of time to make up that cost difference. You know, Zero, relatively cheaper than the other brands, but you know, the range is just not. It's not there on the Zero bikes. I don't know if I would invest the money for an electric motorcycle if I couldn't go 100 miles on it. You know, that just... Then again, I don't know. You know, I don't know how long, really, 78-ish miles is as far as, like, downtown commuting, which is what I would essentially use it for. You know, that could be enough to be worth paying for it, but I just don't think it is. 100 miles is really, like, the cap. And if you look at the Bramo bike and the Zero, and keep in mind, all these bikes have different, you know, additions you can add to them. You can get bigger batteries and all this kind of stuff. So It's not like that Zero has that one bike. Zero of all of them has a lot more models than Mission and Bramo. But this is just one of like the kind of average ones I picked out. But Zero and Bramo both just kind of are lackluster with the horsepower, the torque, the range, and the price is still way up there. The price is way up there on all of them though. Bramo, interestingly, is the only electric bike, I'm pretty sure, that has the 6-speed transmission, because normally with a, with an electric bike, you don't have a transmission. You just go. And for a lot of guys that would get an electric bike, that are used to riding normal bikes, shifting, if you don't shift, I can't imagine how weird riding a motorcycle without shifting would be. That would have to be crazy. Regardless though, Bramo, electric bike, but they've put an actual gearbox in it. So that's a pretty cool feature that they've added. There's a lot of like craziness going on right here. I don't really understand. Good Lord. I'm just gonna stop because I don't want to get killed. So yeah, you've got Bramo and Zero doing their thing. If it wasn't for the price, Mission Motorcycles is totally where this thing's at. Granted, what you're looking at, the stats you're looking at, is not the race version of the Mission motorcycle. That is the normal, like, stock version. They have a race version. And the version you're looking at is comparatively, it's about a liter bike, like an R1. So consider that when you're looking at the stats for that the R6 is looking at. That being said, the torque on the Mission R, I think it's the Mission R, the torque on that thing is ginormous. And the thing to consider with those electric bikes is that torque you can have at zero. I don't know what kind of computer managing thing is controlling the torque, because with that much torque off the line, you would flip backwards. I don't know how they're doing that, but whatever they are, it's really fantastic. The only thing that sucks about that Mission motorcycle is the price. The price, what was it, like 32? I think it's around 32 to, and it just goes up from there. Once again, the Mission bike, it varies a lot. You can get bigger batteries for bigger range, but it's the only bike, that I see that it's got the horsepower, it's got the torque, it's got the range, that would be worth buying. So I'm hoping once the Mission bike gets kind of into serious production, that's going to really be the trendsetter for the rest of the bikes, because right now competition is what creates companies to kind of improve. Companies will improve on their own, but when a company has direct competition, they're required almost to update and make their stuff better so they can have a competitive advantage in the marketplace. So with the Mission bike coming out, I really hope that Zero and Bramo kind of step up their horsepower, their torque, and their range game to kind of stay relevant in the thing. But that price, I could totally see the price you're looking at on the chart. I'm totally fine with the price tag on the in the Zero, and I could stretch it to the Bramo if it was a legit bike. If it could go quick, and it doesn't have to be as fast as the Mission bike. I don't have to go 150. Honestly, I think I would be happy with an electric bike if I could get up to about 120. That would be like, that gets me out of every situation. So if you could, I wish I could take the Mission bike, dull it down, and dull the price down with it. That would be my ideal bike. So, but I would want the range. The range is something I would have to keep, So, in all, I think the electric game, for motorcycles at least, it's starting to get really interesting. Like I said, once this Mission bike gets really into effect in the market, because it's relatively new, and Zeros you can buy right now, Bramos you can buy right now, but Looks like there's a lot of traffic up here and there's a lot of clouds. I don't like all that. We're going to turn around. Once I get a chance to get into the market, man, I really feel like the other companies will have to follow suit. But all those compared to the the R6, what is this? All the electric bikes compared to the R6 are just really, really lackluster in performance. So they've got a little ways to come, and I know gas engines are never going to go out of style. Like they're always going to be there for at least as far as as far as I care about. As long as I'll be alive, there'll be gas engines. It's not going to switch over like that. But it is fun to check out the. Oh man, look at that. It is interesting to check out the electric bikes. They're getting really close to me actually considering one. It would be interesting to have, especially around town. I could save a lot of money. But oh, there's a lot of craziness going on up here too. Sheesh. But yeah, guys, that's kind of my look on the current electric motorcycle game. I'll give a link to the image, the little graph I created if you want to reference it or something. And I'm also going to put some video links in the video right here. So if you guys want to check them out, you can. And I'm going to go play in traffic on my gas-powered motorcycle. And holy shit, look at all this crap. Why have I done found the ghetto again? Alright guys, I'll see you on the next video. Be hard to do that on an electric bike.